Hi, everybody. This is Saad for the Saad Truth. Today is a special day for me in that 23 years ago today, I defended my doctoral dissertation at Cornell University on June 21st, 1994. I can't believe that it was that long ago. It feels as though it were, a year or two ago. Incredible. In any case, in a future clip, I'll talk about the details of my doctoral dissertation and subsequent work that it has spawned. But I'll briefly mention the key problem that I was working on. I was exploring the cognitive processes that people use when they decide that they have seen enough information to commit to a choice. So think about if you're choosing between two cars to purchase, or two mates to marry, or two political candidates to choose from in terms of who you're going to vote for. At some point, you've acquired enough information that you are sufficiently convinced that you're ready to choose A over B. In other words, you don't look at all of the available and relevant information prior to making a choice, but rather you use some sort of stopping decision that allows you to say, I've seen enough, I'm ready to make a choice. And so I was looking at the cognitive processes involved in that process, which of course then could be used in consumer decision making. Hence, I'm housed in a marketing department. You could study how consumers stop acquiring additional information and commit to a choice. But of course, could be used, as I said, in countless other settings. And of course, given the fact that I define consumption very broadly, then the general problem is one that is truly applicable to endless domains of human inquiry. But in any case, today, my point is not so much to talk about the content of my doctoral dissertation, but to talk about an interesting idea that I had discussed, I think it was about 10 years ago, with my former doctoral supervisor, Professor Jay Russo. I was talking to him about academic genealogies, right? He is my academic father. And so in the same way that you can build a family tree, a genetic family tree, you could build academic trees. So my students, the ones that graduate under my tutelage, become my academic children. My supervisor is my academic father, and so on. And there are now sites over the past few years that have sprung up where you can actually look at such trees. And so what I thought I would do today is, in honor not only of my doctoral supervisor and the rest of my doctoral committee, which was made up of Professor Ali Hadi, a statistician, Professor Alberto Segre, who is a computer scientist who was representing me for cognitive studies as one of my minors, and Professor Doug Stamen, who was a specialist in the psychology of advertising. I wanted to offer you my own academic genealogy. And it turns out, and I'm proud to be a member of such a family, because some of the most cited and most pioneering of psychologists in the history of psychology turn out to be in my, or rather I should say humbly, that I am part of their family tree, academic family tree. So there's me, who in 1994 obtained my PhD. My academic father is Jay Russo, who is by training a mathematical and cognitive psychologist. He obtained his PhD at University of Michigan in the psychology department. He's still a professor at Cornell University and still as productive as ever. A scary thought, I am now older than he was when I first began my doctoral program. So there you have it. Time continues forward. So Jay Russo is my academic father, a very prolific and respected behavioral scientist and professor of marketing and a psychologist. His supervisor at the University of Michigan was Clyde Coombs, who was a very, very well-known mathematical psychologist who I believe founded the mathematical psychology program at the University of Michigan. Incidentally, for those of you who don't know, the University of Michigan consistently, their psychology department ranks in the top, 1, 2, 3 in the world. And so this is certainly wonderful pedigree to have. Now, his supervisor is, for those of you who know psychology, this is quite extraordinary, is Louis Leon Thurstone, who is a very, very famous psychometrician. I think I did some searching earlier prior to this clip. In a 2002 article in the Review of General Psychology, he was cited amongst the 100, he was listed as among the 100 most cited psychologists of all time. So this is certainly a very, very important figure in the history of psychology. His supervisor was James Roland Engel, who at one point was the president of Yale University. And Engel had worked, now again, for some of you these names may mean nothing, but to those of you who know about the history of psychology, this is quite astonishing. He had worked under John Dewey and William James. So there you have it, folks. That's my academic genealogy. I hope all of the information is correct. Some of this I culled from Wikipedia, others through an email with my former supervisor, and others from various academic genealogy websites. So there you have it. I'm truly thankful for having been trained either directly by my former supervisor and my doctoral committee, and then, of course, more distally by all the folks who came before him, who trained him, and so on. I should mention that I've had the distinct pleasure of having served as the academic father to several wonderful and talented students, and so the circle of life continues. I'm thankful to those who've trained me, and I hope that my students look back at our time together with equal affection. So there you have it, folks. I hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.